Hi, I'm Helen. Who doesn't love a good bolognese sauce? Today I'm going to show you one of my favourite bolognese recipes. It's from our Skinnymixers Classics collection on cookie dough and it's called Chunky Bolognese. Let's get started. I've got the Chunky Bolognese recipe up on my screen, but I want to show you a little trick. This is a great recipe where you can either scale the recipe up or down to suit your serving sizes that you want. So if you go here to your portion sizes, you can choose either 4, 6 or 8 servings. What that does is it changes all of the ingredients in terms of their measurements and the times that you need to cook to accommodate for that 4 servings rather than 6 or 8. All right, let's get started with the recipe. So the first thing we want to do is put in half a brown onion, remembering that I've chosen 4. So if you're choosing for 6 or 8, you'll probably use a whole onion in that. So we want half, or it has got our scales inbuilt, so we're just going to tear them. Half a brown onion, approximately 80 grams, 1 clove of garlic, and we're going to chop that up. When you can't hear any more sound, you actually know it's done, so you don't have to wait for the whole 3 seconds if you don't want to. I'm just going to scrape down the sides to make sure that all of the onion and the garlic are at the base for our next step, which is sautéing. Okay, our next step is to add 15 grams of olive oil. And it's asking for us to actually start cooking without the measuring cup because that allows more steam to escape. We're going to put it on for 4 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 2. The best thing about guided cooking is that it's telling me on the screen exactly what needs to happen next. So our sautéing is done. How quick and easy is that? We are now going to put in all the remainder of our ingredients into the bowl. So again, just tear your scales. We want 470 grams of tomato passata or sugo, a little bit of tomato paste, about 40 grams, 15 grams of water. Now I've put it in a little bowl, but if you were prepping as you go, you can absolutely use your measuring cup to weigh in that water. 15 grams of Worcestershire sauce. I hope I said that right. Worcestershire is actually a great addition to your bolognese. It's got a beautiful tangy flavour. It gives it a depth of flavour. It tenderises your meat, and you can get gluten-free versions of this sauce as well. If you don't want to add it in, no problem. You can maybe substitute it with some soy sauce, some apple cider vinegar, even tomato sauce will do the trick. Key ingredient, some stock paste. Now we're using our homemade meat stock paste, which there is a recipe on cookie dough for this. If you haven't got the meat stock paste though and you've got the vegetable stock concentrate, you can use that instead. And now all of our herbs go in. I've got a little bit of oregano, some basil, some chilli. You can omit the chilli if you're not a chilli fan. A little bit of cinnamon and black pepper. They're all going in together. And they are all the key ingredients for our sauce. And now we're going to pop in our mince. You want to put your simmering basket into your mixing bowl. Now you'll see here there's this little clasp that will lock itself in to where the handle of your bowl is. Just press it down and it stops it from moving around. And 500 grams of beef mince goes into the simmering basket. You can also mince your own meat if you want to. Just grab, say, maybe some budget rump steak, and there's a recipe on cookie dough for mincing your own meat, or you can go into your modes to the chop tool, and it also will tell you there how to mince your own meat. Just make sure you've broken it up just a little bit to aid with the cooking. And that's it. We're going to get started with our cooking now. Measuring cup in place. And it's going to cook for 14 minutes on 120 degrees, speed 2. Okay, we are halfway through the cooking time. So our next step is just to stir this mince a little bit with our spatula. Now the reason we get a really lovely chunky texture to this dish is because we're cooking this mince in the simmering basket rather than getting stirred with the blades. We'll use our spatula just to lift that lid a little bit, and you can see our mince has already started to brown and we're just going to break it up. And that's going to cook for just another 10 minutes on 120, again on speed 2. So while that's cooking, I thought I'd take out our other Thermomix just to show you some spiralised vegetables, which is what we're going to be serving our Chunky Bolognese with. Now you can serve it with pasta, of course, but I did think it was a great opportunity to show you the other attachment that you can get with your Thermomix. It's the cutter, which you can choose to either slice and grate or spiralise in this case. Reach out to your consultant to find out how you can get your hands on one. Just make sure that they're the right size. I'll show you how it works. We want to make sure that it's firmly on our pusher. And there you have it. Our zoodles are ready in seconds. How cool is that? All right, that is our Chunky Bolognese sauce done. So now all that's left is to mix the mince and the sauce together. Combine them together in a bowl of your choice. I'm using a thermoserver. You also want to make sure that you're taking out the simmering basket correctly, and we're going to use the hook on the back of our spatula to do that. We're just going to stir that through and look at that gorgeous chunky texture. Now to plate it up. All right, so we're starting with our pasta of choice and our gorgeous Chunky Bolognese on top. There you have it, a beautiful Chunky Bolognese. Again, all done in your Thermomix without you standing at a stove stirring. Now remember, you can either change it to have 4 servings, 6 or 8. To find more recipes like this, check out cookiedoo.com.au, the link is below.